Folks, it has been a minute, but welcome back to Session 6 of the Turngrave Affair. We apologize for the delay. Real-life stuff cropped up, and real-life stuff does unfortunately take precedence to our games of make-believe.
We don't owe them an explanation.
You are correct. That's the only explanation they're getting. So, for those of you who might have forgotten what this adventure entails, our heroes are a band of townsfolk, for lack of a better word. They are civilians of a county known as Airmore. And they were attending a festival celebrating the start of harvest season, the Wetting Day. This celebration of sort of just a day off before work really begins is thrown into chaos as the festival is attacked by a horde of undead. The heroes manage to defend themselves and others before they are finally downed in an onslaught of zombies and crawling hands and a strange woman with a misshapen arm, who the players do have a picture of over in the album of adversaries. No name for her yet, though. From
You
there,
can call her Big Betty.
From there, the
Yes,
heroes
please.
awoke aboard a cart being taken sort of northeasterly, only for the cart to be dropped off with a band of brigands. Arising from the corpses, the heroes managed to slay these big brigands, claim some valuables, and have set off back westward towards the town they started in, Weskerville. They've made some stops along the way, the latest of which is at the home of an old friend of one of our players. Speaking of which, I am joined as per usual by...
Hello, my name is Decaf. I am playing your wonderful resident, Silas Sunshower, hoping to not die this session or next session.
Though I'm sure he wouldn't mind getting a chance to work a kineticist into a game.
Maybe, but I don't want to die for the sake of class preference.
True. Fair enough.
Well, to say nothing of the following sessions, I guess, after this session and the next, I don't wish to die either, but I am the not-so-shy Shy Binster. Hello, I am Shy, and I am playing Oliver. Little rabbit, you might say, essentially, of a bit of a traveler, a bit of an adventurer at heart, as always, and very kind to everyone he meets, wishes to help everyone he can, so he's very much doing what he can to help others, while also trying to, make his way through the nonsense that this is.
I don't like you calling my adventure nonsense.
I'm not saying I think it's nonsense. He thinks it's nonsense that there's all kinds of undead attacking him.
All right. Thread, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
I would love to. Hi, everyone. My name is Thread, and I'm currently playing Aurora. She is a female orc champion who is all about adventure and fighting for liberation, as well as deeply admiring Weskerville's current militia and hopes and aims to be just as strong as they are. And in this current quest, just trying to figure out and make sense of things so she could get back to her twin brother, Raoul. That's the big summary. I, too, also do not want to die. We'll see how that goes, though.
Man, all of you are saying that for some reason. I feel like there's something you're trying to tell me.
I wonder.
There are monsters afoot.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And hello, I am Zach, aka Kaiju Corner, and I am playing the token old person, Harry Harriman, a elderly toy maker who, well, makes toys. And he's doing what he can to try to help keep these guys alive.
And we'll see how that goes. Hey, welcome, Flaming Techno to the stream. Hope you enjoy our actual campaign this time, instead of just seeing a monster test. So the four of you have taken shelter, at least for the time being, from the rain, in the Stine farmstead. Gentry Stine is an old friend of Harry, as well as the Borrell family. Just to remind you guys, this is Gentry Stine. A little bit less haggard looking than he is in that picture. Not quite as kitted out either, but a good approximation. He's an older human, sort of whip thin, very sort of like rugged looking individual. And he was telling you guys, initially he tried to tell you that he's not sure, where his son and his daughter-in-law and his grandson are. But at the encouragement of his old friend, his old army buddy, he divulged that they took sick with something, and they turned rabid, and he had to lock them up. And the heroes offered to sort of investigate what is happening here. And he gave them the key to his room, and as they opened the door, leaping, pouncing upon them, are two individuals. One is it looks like it used to be a man, but its skin is too tight, its figure skeletal, and its tongue like lolls from its mouth. It looks like this, roughly. The other figure, crouched and scurrying behind it, is smaller. Has a lot of similar features, but is diminutive, even probably shorter and slighter than Oliver, and looks a little bit more like this. And as they see you, the taller one hisses, "Fresh meat!" And combat erupts as they pounce upon you. So last time we rolled for initiative. And first to go is the father. Let me see. Let me find a good place to put this. Put that there for now. So, he is going to charge forward, and as he does, Harry, you recognize faintly the features and the sort of resemblance of Gentry's son, Kyle. But they've gone gaunt. They are drawn and disturbing looking. So with one action, he strides up to you, bounding forward. And actually, yeah, so he leaps upon you, pouncing upon you with a swift leap. And is going to bite at you. These snapping jaws reach for your throat. Hello, Shabaloo. Welcome to my stream, where I'm about to kill Zach. Yeah. Vengeance! Alright, that is a 23 versus Harry's armor class.
That's a miss. I have a tower shield.
Oof. Alright.
Nah,
well, in that
but
case. It is gonna be... Ooh, only 2 points of damage.
Alright.
However, I need you to make 2 fortitude saves.
Alrighty. There we go. First one. Second one.
Oh boy. Okay. Alright. So, it bites you, and you can feel like there's this ichor or something dripping from his maw, this like slobber. Just this drool at the smell of meat, at the smell of flesh, and you can feel some of it sink into your wound. And then it'll follow up that attack with a claw strike. You sort of like maybe he lunges at you. You bring up your arm and he bites into it. As he lets go with his jaws, he sweeps out with his claws, ripping towards your gut.
Still a hit.
All right. 3 points of damage as he slices open your clothes. I'm gonna need another fortitude save.
Just one?
Just one this time.
Did that second strike come with map?
Yes. Oh, no, it did not, actually. That should be a 16. That still hits you, though, right, Zach?
It does now.
Okay. Alright, so with an 11 on your fortitude save, and I do want to remind you guys, you all have you have your hero points. If you want to ever spend any of them, just feel free to let me know. So, this claw bites into you, and the wound it leaves sort of tingles. There's this weird sensation to it. And as you feel the sensation, as it spreads through your entire body, you become paralyzed.
Alrighty.
Oliver, you see this creature erupt from the room.
Phoebe, before you go,
Yes.
is paralyzed a condition to initiate a liberating step?
Ooh, let's check. That is a good call.
I don't know if the status condition is, but the strike should be.
An enemy damages, grabs, or grapples your ally.
This thing did punch me twice in the face.
If you would like to use your reaction here, I'll allow it.
Yeah, let's do it. And then my other question, while I get that going, Harry rolled a nat 20 with his
One of his saving throws.
yeah. What does that yield anything, or just that he's safe?
It guaranteed that he was certainly safe against that particular effect.
Nice. That's wonderful. Okay. Kicking that off.
So yeah, you use Liberating Step, your champion class reaction. And I'm letting you have your reaction because you guys knew that there was something in here. You guys came over here kind of ready to go.
Yes. Gentle reminder on. I'm double clicking Liberating Step.
There should be, I think, a sort of like a word bubble. That should send it to chat.
Okay.
But I do have it up here. So this triggers, you free an ally from his trait. If the trigger was an ally taking damage, the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. So that is, you give him resistance 3 against the damage from this claw strike. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
There it is.
does that mean actually?
You take no damage, and because you took no damage, you didn't get paralyzed either.
Okay.
And I was
Clutch.
Little combo. I think she deserves a hero point.
Hey, you know what? I was about to do that myself, but you said something, so now I'm not.
Okay.
No, I will.
Just to spite
I was
you.
about to say, listen, don't get me wrong. I understand getting retaliation on him, but don't punish her for it.
All right. Yep. Aurora now has 2 hero points. Excellent.
We believe in
you.
group punishment.
Is there?
I learned from the army.
Yeah, I was taught by the best.
They are pretty efficient at it, I'll give you that.
Okay,
The trait.
Oliver. It is your
Yes.
turn. So yeah, you see this thing step out, and it lunges at Harry, and its bite lands, but you see it swing out with its claws, and as it does, Aurora maybe lifts her shield, and a light shines from her, and seems to ward off the blow from this horrid-looking creature.
As a quick question outward to my fellow players, do we have a preference as to how we deal with these. I'm forgetting from last time. It's been a minute.
It has.
Well,
It has.
we were
we-
talking about how difficult these creatures are, and if there's any way to not fight them and maybe relock them back up, that's what my vote is. But
I
we'd
kind
love
of
to
told
hear that.
Gentry that we wouldn't kill his family.
I'm just trying to remember. Okay, cool.
Also that.
All right. So in that case, please tell me I have athletics. Let's find out.
Be weird if you didn't.
As a dex monk, are you sure about that?
As a monk?
Strangely enough, no, I don't, because monks don't get skills.
Hey, for what
All
it's worth, I feel you. I have been building a kineticist lately, and she has all of like 5 skills.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I
this kineticist is
spent-
even worse off when it comes
Because
to
I
it.
spent feats on them.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, this thing comes out here, and I am gonna say, with
Um,
the angle you have on it, like given the wall here and everything, it is going to have lesser cover.
Oh, even better. Cool. Well, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Mhm.
I want to try and shove it.
Okay. So shove is an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC.
Oh boy, I'm sure that's splendid. Okay.
So
Cool.
With no
Well,
training, you are rolling pure strength against this creature that is like double your
and
height.
luck. And luck.
All right, let's see it.
Hiya!
Ooh.
Oh no.
Hold on, let me double check to see if there's any
So-
critical failure things on a shove.
There is. There is.
Hmm.
You lose your balance, fall, and land prone. So you sort of like, you reach out to shove him, and he just
All right,
steps
fine.
back, and you put all your weight into the shove, and you just hit the deck.
I imagine Oliver did like a jump to try and use his like body weight to
you
like
try to do
shove
like
kick
a
almost.
try to do like a drop kick.
Almost, yeah, for like the shove because he knows he's like shorter
Mhm.
and lighter weight. And yeah, he just stepped aside and Oliver just landed face to the floor.
All right.
All right, well, I guess I'll just wish I could trade places with you. With the God, this is frustrating. I'll stand up and I'll let him just kind of stay there. You know what? I'll give a raise of shield, because why not?
Okay. Oliver raises a shield, bracing against whatever may come. And with that,
So I'll do that.
it is Harry's turn.
All right. Even though he was expecting something in this room, this isn't what he was expecting. So he's not gonna pee his pants, but he's gonna do something he would consider just as embarrassing.
Oh no.
As with a little poof of smoke, he turns into a rabbit.
Nice.
And then, like a rabbit, he runs away.
All right. So
Oh
yeah,
ha!
that is 2 actions.
That is valid.
Harryman just, like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, just shrinks down and scampers away.
Yeah, but he is the rabbit. And I guess as he's running away, when he gets to Silas, who kind of like maybe blocks him, he will try to do, I guess, some kind of recall knowledge to see what
Okay.
is
Well,
this
now,
or what.
unfortunately, this has the effects of... Oh, no, actually, it uses your change shape, which is only 1 action. Okay, very cool. So, yep, it is going to be a religion check. So if you could roll me a secret religion check.
So private GM roll.
Yep. And I'm going to throw the... There we go.
I shrunk.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's smaller
Oh.
than me now!
Honey, I shrunk myself.
All right. You quickly recognize the horror standing before you as a ghoul, a ravenous sort of undead known to haunt graveyards and eat corpses. I can give you
From
2 pieces of information.
all right. The first piece of information I would
and as
like is more of a...
I do want to remind you guys, as I give you this information, you do have a bestiary, where if you want, you can jot down information that you learn about the creatures you face. Anyway,
The first thing I want to ask about ghouls is more of a... I guess their physiology, not mechanics-wise.
okay.
If a ghoul looks like someone, does that mean it is that person, or that it just chose to look like that person?
They don't have any innate shape-shifting abilities. So most likely this is a ghoul Kyle Stine.
And so it's some kind of curse or disease. Can it be undone?
Let me see. You have a nothing in religion.
Yes,
By,
that's the only way I've made that check.
as far gone as it is, there is nothing more that can be done for Kyle.
Hmm.
Some might say that slaying him in this state is a mercy. Otherwise, he is left to hunger for flesh.
All right. I can't share any of that right now because I'm a rabbit, but
Yes,
that is my
yeah.
turn.
Okay. Silas. Silas, you're sort of standing in the doorway here. And you can see Gentry. And as he hears like the signs and you see like a rabbit scamper by, maybe you glance briefly behind you. And you see Gentry sort of like hands in his head, white knuckled, as he like grabs at his hair. And he looks like he's fighting back tears.
Shame for him. Well, I don't have anything that is non-offensive, so in terms of spell casting.
I
So I
cast
think
swear
what I'm
word.
going to do, basically. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna move into the hallway, get out of the doorway, and then second action, I'd like to shut this door behind
Okay.
me and just
I-
leave Gentry in there.
I can allow that. I'll make a door there.
To be like, well, this probably isn't gonna go well, so sorry, Harry. There might be some promises that won't happen. And then I don't have training in religion, so I really wouldn't be able to do anything, I think, skill-wise. So I think I am just gonna use those two actions and call that my turn.
Okay. All right. Aurora,
Hello,
it is
Okay.
your turn.
dearest Game Master. I have two ideas. Want
Okay.
to pose it. One, even though yes, I'm beastie at athletics. We also know my history with skill checks. But I would like, in my brain, I would like to shove. But I also, in my brain, because when you shared, I don't know what you shared with Harry, so it may mean I have to do a religion check. But one of the things I had questions about even before this started was, are these two ghouls undead? And you had said they're undead, so do I need to do a religion check to find out if they are undead first? So I
To
determined
know
do
that they are, to know that they specifically are undead, like Aurora herself, that would call for a religion check.
okay. Now are each checks an action?
Yes.
Okay. Noted. All right. Here's what she's gonna do then. She is gonna do a shove.
Okay.
Can she do a shove from this position, or she needs to move?
You can do it from that position.
Okay. And it's an athletics check.
Yep.
Is it public, private GM?
It is public.
All right.
No
We're
need
rolling.
for this to be secret.
All right.
All right.
Finally, a skill check. Get behind.
25, that is a critical success. You can push the target 10 feet away from you.
and I will do so.
All right.
And
You bring up your shield and you bash it into Kyle Stine, and he goes stumbling backwards, sliding against the
And
wall
my-
and toppling into mannequins that have been left in shredded clothing.
is my second action closing the door.
Okay, so go ahead
How
and
do I-
click the door to close it.
I clicked the door, but it did not click.
Oh, weird.
Hold on.
Then I shall do so.
Yes. Okay. Who had the key? Was it the bunny?
I do believe the bunny
I-
had the key.
Did the
I
bunny
don't know-
drop it?
Yeah, I don't think I can carry. I don't know all the rules of best form.
It would probably transform with you.
Okay, so then I'll probably still have the key.
Then we'll leave that alone. The door is locked. Can another action be to move away?
Sure.
Or actually no. Instead of that, I'm gonna do that religion check. That's my
Okay. Go
All
ahead
right.
and give me that check.
private.
This is a
GM?
secret check. Yep, private GM roll.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah,
Don't say,
you
oh no, that ruins the mystery.
you identify these as ghouls.
Mhm.
Which you might not know because, like we said, this is a rabbit that ran by. What would you like to know about ghouls? I can answer one question for you.
That is fair.
And this
I
can be
do-
a mechanics-based question, a lore-based question, like Zach was asking. It is up to you.
And I don't have existing lore on ghouls with my orc lore knowledge.
Nope. Ghouls are not inherently related to orcs.
Okay. They were giving similar looks, so no, I'm kidding. Alright, so I would like to know if I, as a champion, have any capability to heal or reverse their undead state. And I'll leave it at that, maybe. I had more follow-up, but I think that might constitute as two questions.
Presently, no. You don't have. This is. Ghouls propagate through the spreading of ghoul fever. And ghoul fever runs its course in the death of the subject, followed by them rising as a ghoul the next midnight.
Got it. Okay.
So you would have to be able to reverse death itself, which presently you are not capable of doing so.
No, I'm not.
However,
Alright.
Following that line of question, you have an ability called Lay on Hands, which deals positive energy damage.
Yes.
You are aware that that positive energy damage could hurt the ghouls if you used it against them.
Yes. I am aware. I also only have one,
Yep.
seeing as I have only one focus point. But yes,
yeah,
that's where my
that is all three of Aurora's actions.
sounds good.
Inside, you hear a scampering along with a childish giggling. The door opens, and the smaller, younger-looking ghoul steps out, eyes gleaming with malice. But that is all three of his actions, which means we are back to Papa. Papa Ghoul will stride forward, stepping into the doorway once more. And you, who interrupted his claws against the rabbit, who shut the door on him after throwing him deeper into the room, you have earned his ire.
Sure
For that
did.
reason, he is going to snap out at you with a jaw strike. Now, you do have a dying. You have a +1 circumstance bonus to your AC due to lesser cover because he is attacking around the corner of a door. Here we come. Alright, a 16 misses, so he lunges out at you, bites. Can't quite get through there. There's a bit of a tangle, a pile-up going on there. So he rocks back, then he swings out with his claws sort of desperately. And misses again. Oliver.
Oh, what a relief.
Well, Oliver doesn't like his current predicament, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and enter Tiger Stance.
Okay.
We're gonna re-raise the shield,
Alright.
which somewhere there it is. And then I guess would I be able to assume that one of them maybe looks healthier than the other? In like terms of health, or no?
I mean, this one, it appears to be an undead child. It certainly looks more fragile than the adult.
Okay. I guess it would have a +1 AC, but I'll still go for it. I'll do a flurry of blows
So you're
towards
going for the
yes.
more the sturdier one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not the one you have a flank on?
I should, but at the same time, I don't know. We're trying to not kill him, but I don't know if
That's an option.
Oliver sees that as realistic either.
Fine, we.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if
Things change.
I don't know if Oliver sees that as realistic either at the moment. I think yeah, screw it. No, we'll go for the short one. We'll go for the
Okay.
flank. If it bites me in the arse later, well, rip me. Okay. And we're doing a flurry.
Alright. So you lash out 2 quick punches. Your blow landing twice with a critical hit the second time.
Ah, crap.
And that second one is a critical hit because of the flank.
Oh, look at that. All right. So, boom. Boom.
Wow. Wow. Would you like to describe your murdering of this undead child?
You're remurdering.
Your absolute evisceration.
Fascinating. I think Oliver assumes it's tankier than he thought and accidentally just removed the head from the throat.
Yeah, so it was maybe turning to face. It was sort of like looking between you two, grinning like maniacally. And before it could begin its attack, you rip out a rabbit's paw in the shape of a tiger's claw and just separate head from a unnaturally thin neck. And it tumbles to the floor.
I think it's not Silas. Oliver immediately looks to Silas and goes, knowing that you closed the door, but otherwise I'm like, oh no, what have I done? There's almost an initial panic.
Alright, that is all 3 actions, which brings us back around to Harry's turn. Harry, you
Alright.
are a rabbit, and you just saw the head of your grandson, of a good friend of yours, the grandson of an old friend of yours, go sailing from his shoulders and bounce and roll down the hallway past Aurora's feet.
Oh no.
Well, he will pop back to his normal form, clutching his chest. And, he's not happy about it, but he looks at this table of things, and he Jedi flicks one of them at the bigger ghoul.
Alright. It's definitely got, and it might have standard cover here if I am being honest. I'm gonna give it, okay. Well, either way, that is a miss. So you take maybe a mug that says, world's best dad. Shoddily painted upon its side. and you fling it at this creature, and it shatters against the wooden wall.
I guess for my final action, I'll just
That should be all of your actions, because it was one action to transform again,
Okay.
and then 2 actions for telekinetic projectile. Silas!
Alrighty then. Yeah, Silas is just gonna move forward. And then hate to do it, but at this point, what more can we do other than try and impede these things? Silas puts a hand on the wooden floorboards and causes them to shake and erupt. These 2 squares where the deceased ghoul is and the bigger ghoul is, as he casts Scatter Scree.
Ooh, okay. You call forth a eruption of earth that splits the floorboards. And I think I actually accidentally made that a little bit too large. But the ghoul shall attempt his reflex save. He tries to dodge out of the way. And he succeeds, but not critically.
Alrighty.
I guess I could have left you to place the 10-foot line. Alright, 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Happy day.
These rocks erupt, battering his skeletal form. But he just hisses at you. Aurora, do we want a repeat of last turn? Shove him back in there and close the door?
Pretty much. But she is gonna re-raise her shield first, so let's get that going.
Okay.
If that shield as an action. Is that the effect?
Yep, you drag the effect onto yourself.
Got it.
Or I can do it for you while you take the rest of
Dragging
your
it
turn.
on me.
Nice.
I dragged it.
Here you
Yes. Grasping Foundry. Alright. Second piece. With the toppling of the ground, am I still able to shove?
go. Yes.
Alright.
That shall not impede you.
Sweet. I'll pop that target on there, and then once again, we're doing a skill check. Athletics here. And public roll.
Alright, 17. That is a success. You are able to push him 5 feet backwards.
Okay. And then my third action. I have a question. If I'm able to tell the team what I've learned from my religion check, is that an action?
Nope. You could have done that last round when you learned stuff.
Well, I'm sharing now.
Okay.
Hey guys, ghoul means they died and then got succumbed by a fever and now are undead. They may look like the grandchildren and the child of Gentry, and I'm very sad about all this, but they were already dead.
Yes,
And
you do actually, you recognize them as well, because your family are friends.
Yes. And I look at Harry and like, I know you're devastated. I am devastated too, but they were already dead, and we have to, I guess, put them out of their misery, and then we'll just have to talk to Gentry, and I know he's not going to be happy at all, because that's his progeny, but that's all we can do. And then I close the door again.
Okay.
And be like, Harry, lock the
I'm
door.
loving this action economy.
Whole monologue in 6 seconds.
Monologue. Can I also, do I still have movement after closing the door to like
you
back
do not.
up?
That's a single action to close the door.
Very clear. Thank you very much.
From within the room, you hear an anguish howl. My boy! You killed my boy!
He was already dead, Gentry. We're so sorry.
No, sorry. It's from behind this door.
I think you meant the ghoul.
Oh.
And it'll step up, and its eyes burn with undead intensity upon Oliver.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that means it's coming at me. Hold up.
It bites out at you. Teeth.
Am I the
seeking-
targeted?
Yep. It's coming at you, and you do have the lesser cover. However, that is a circumstance bonus and would not stack with shield.
Yep. I've got my current AC is already set, so.
Okay. So here we go. 19 misses by 2.
Shield!
Yeah, desperately, hungrily, he lunges at you and just barely misses. Oliver, it is your turn.
I guess he just looks to Aurora, and he's just like, "Am I continuing this then?"
Yeah, you have to. He's dead already.
All right. And I guess I'll re-raise the shield just so I have it just in case. But I'll continue on with a flurry.
Sometimes dead's better. All right. You strike out 2 claw swipes, missing with a first. Oh, you're still targeting the child.
Oh, thank you.
Things you can't say in real life.
Who knows?
Best things taken out of context.
You ravage the corpse of this cool child, driving his undead father, to a deeper rage. You're just like, yeah, look at me! Look at me! Look at me mutilating your son's corpse twice over.
Oh no!
Oh, goodness.
Throwing up bits like confetti.
No,
Little did we know Oliver went into his own rage.
Alright, that second attack is a hit, but it is not a critical hit. It is just a regular hit.
What if it was a nat 20?
Oh, it is a natural 20. My mistake. Well then, go ahead and go over to the rollable tables and roll yourself a critical hit deck.
We love that for you, Oliver.
Oh boy. Alright, critical hit deck. So, roll. Here we go.
Yep, and then it'll show up in the chat. Critical hit deck number 53. Slashing. Alright, so this has normal damage, but at the target takes the same amount of damage at the end of its next 2 turns.
Oh! Well, that's...
Do you want to go with that, or I will let you just do the double damage?
I feel like the sooner the better.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and just roll your critical damage. Oi!
Well!
Oh boy. What?
Oh yes.
So none of that's from... Nope, none of that's from the bleed.
Nope, that's
Well-
all slashing.
Would you like to describe your kill against the father as well?
Look at you go.
Oliver's gonna have some.
Oliver is a fucking spinning death machine.
Oliver is a family annihilator class
Yeah,
of serial
facts.
killer.
I imagine he just basically keeps the momentum of his previous like spin strikes and just
Of his
jumps
previous
up,
murder.
spins once more. Yeah.
The ender of heirs. Butcher of
Man.
bloodlines.
Oliver, don't fuck around.
Oliver Freefoot, Stine Slayer. The body collapses. Not blood, but blackened ichor, or ichor, pooling, spilling from its wounds.
Oliver's like, I think I should leave now before I get murdered by our new friend.
And with that, the battle ends.
Oh no. Now we have to explain.
3 of you, 4 of you, stand before a pair of bodies. Flaming Techno points out that you are a walking, spinning lawnmower.
I'll hand Silas the key. And
It was
I'll
all
say,
him,
you
Gentry.
no, I'll say I'll ask if you guys could move the bodies back in there while I go talk to Gentry.
Yeah.
Aurora will help with moving the bodies, and then we'll join you to talk with Gentry once done.
Oliver will stay out in the hallway.
Silas will touch nothing except for the door when he needs to lock it.
Oh, sorry. Yes, knowledge check. How do I roll this to find out how do I move them without getting the fever?
Would somebody like to give me a medicine check, or if they have a natural medicine, a nature check? I'll also accept.
Yeah.
Medicine, technically. Let's see here.
Just a normal check.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Harry. Harry, Silas, you guys both know that it is their bite that carries the disease. So as long as you don't go sticking your hand in their mouths or something, you should be fine.
Okay, just I wanted to check.
I don't remember who of us maybe have gotten bit.
Silas just looks
worry,
at
I
the
do.
child corpse and goes, on the plus side, that thing doesn't have a bite anymore.
Okay.
And
But I do
Yeah.
want to say before we jump to Harry speaking with Gentry, as Aurora is bringing the bodies, moving them into this room, you notice blood on the floor, and stuffed and partially rotted under this table here. You find the mostly eaten corpse of Ava Stine, Gentry's daughter-in-law.
Oh, they ate the wife.
And give me a quick. You're the one moving the bodies, you said. So give me a quick medicine check.
I was helping.
You can give me one as well then.
Okay.
Yes, 'cause I am not trained in this.
Yeah, that's all right.
Public role.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, Oliver, you're able to tell that she was starting to succumb to ghoul fever, but was not as far along as these two got. So you might summarize that they turned before she did, and then
Ate her in the process.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Is she alive?
No. Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that was the other piece I want to check.
Her face has been partially eaten off to the skull.
Oh, that's fun. Super fun. Love that for me. And my sight. My other question is, do I need to do anything to prevent the fever to continue creating a girl ghoul?
There's not enough left there to become a ghoul.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'm back out of the room. Oh,
Somebody closed the door on
Awkward.
Not doing there.
I on myself. And then
Prestidigitation, the blood off of ourselves, if anyone has it.
now I close the door to the bodies.
Harry, you step up and open the door that Silas had closed, and you see Gentry sitting at the table, head in his hands, trembling slightly. He
Harry
hears-
comes limping in, clutching his stomach. And I'll sit down.
Is it done?
Yes, Gentry.
Hear him sniffle.
We did what we could. And to the best of our knowledge, it was really the only option. I'm sorry had to break my promise to you.
I knew there weren't nothing to be done for him. I hope
No.
maybe you had something, but I think I knew. I just could never bring myself to do it. He looks up, sort of wiping at his eyes. I thank you for that, Harriet's. Aurora.
Of course, we
I
feel
appreciate
so.
No, it's how it had to go. Weren't no other ways about it, I suppose. I hope you at least gave them clean deaths, he says as Oliver kicks the head around of his grandson like a soccer ball, juggling it.
Oi! Hey, it was quick. It was efficient. You got to give me that at least.
Surgeon strike.
I was real fucking quick about it. All right.
Yep.
It was quick.
Surgical deletion.
And Harry will say, I know it might be hard for you to leave this place in all its memory, but it is something that maybe you should consider. But I will do the honors of giving them a burial so you don't have to sully your memories that you have of them with what they've become.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Harry. I can't thank you enough.
And Aurora turns to Harry and says, I will help however you would like me to help. And a tear falls down her right eye.
Thank you, Aurora. I know you said you've been separated from your kin since all this happened. I know that can't be easy. And I thank you for showing me that kindness in these times. You're, of course, you're all welcome to spend the night here. Rest up, out of the rain, nice and dry.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so, if you guys, he has some shovels that you guys can get. This is a farm; it's not too hard. And with the rain covering the past several days, the ground is soft and easy to dig.
Before we start commencing the burial,
Mhm.
Harry's gonna go through, give everyone like a check. Like, did anyone else get hurt? Did anyone else get bit or scratched?
I'm good.
I don't believe anyone outside of yourself there, Harriman, but when we have the nearest opportunity, I think it might be a good idea to get that looked at.
Yes.
It probably will.
See, and you guys were worried. Only a single person got bit.
Yeah. But Harry will do what he can with his old bones to help move the bodies and bury them.
Oliver will offer to help as well.
Aurora can do heavy lifting, but do you need healing, Harry?
It would be appreciated.
All right.
Aurora, would you mind handling our proceedings while I try to at least take a look at Harry for the time being?
I could also do that as well.
Make sure to stay nearby, but at least get some bandages.
Yes, I'm near. Ready to lay on hands when ready.
So, Aurora begins to gather the bodies, maybe putting them on her shoulder. Maybe she goes and gets a cart from the barn or something to load them onto. And as she is doing that, Oliver is going to try to treat wounds. So go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Alrighty.
Oh, wow.
What is
Still
that? Is that
hot
like
on
your
the 20
third?
today.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, today has been insane.
Wow. Man. Imagine how much you guys would have gotten done if we'd played Extinction Curse.
Man, yeah, if we rolled like this in Extinction Curse, woo!
Making
Well,
up
all
for
right.
lost.
So you restore 4d8 hit points, and I think he's missing like 2.
Yeah.
Just
I
imagine
got you.
Gideon who? I don't know him.
It does the stereotypical, like, new doctor thing where they over bandage the patient.
Oliver's still learning.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
As
The one
you
thing
know, as
that
Harry
did
can't
do
really look you in the
damage-
face.
Yeah. The one thing that did do damage to you, that was the bite, right?
Yes.
Yep, the claw got blocked.
Could I try? Do I actually know
Well,
as
here, you know
Oliver
what?
that he's fine from the bite?
With your critical success, I'm gonna give you a little something extra, because you didn't really need a critical success there. As you're looking into him, you know, you're sort of observing this wound, and you notice this sort of like saliva there, and you notice a turning of the flesh beneath his fur, and you realize that he has contracted ghoul fever. And he is presently in stage 1.
Oh
Ah.
no.
Having
Okay.
just slain 2 ghouls, you realize that the only option is to put him down.
Immediately.
Oliver, in the moment, it just doesn't warn him and just
Snaps his neck.
yeah. Like, I thought you were bandaging my stomach. Why are you going for my?
No.
You want a back massage?
He's in stage 1. I know you guys have made a couple checks. I'll tell you right now, he is a carrier with no ill effect. And this lasts for 1 day, so tomorrow he will have to make another save. And if he fails that, he takes 2d6 negative damage and only regains half as many hit points from all healing.
Oh no. Oh.
Yikes.
Pretty
he gets
virulent
to-
disease.
If he gets to stage 4, he gains no benefit from healing.
Okay. Can I
And-
heal?
Well, there is the option to treat disease, but that
Yes.
takes 8 hours, which you guys could do. You have a place you can rest in here.
Okay.
So that is an
That's-
option open to you guys.
And just my brain, I thought lay on hands can reverse one condition at one. I
Uh,
thought.
Presently, it only heals, and if you use it on an ally, it also gives them a boost to AC. There are feats you can get down the line called mercies, which can alleviate some conditions when you use lay on hands.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, 8 hours of healing. Let us begin.
Okay.
I was going to
so-
say, I think Oliver does inform him, hey, we might be in for a load of fun for you.
It's like, well, 'tis the risks, I guess, with dealing with the undead.
You
One
They
guys
of
are
the
prone
many.
to disease.
Go ahead.
I didn't have anything else. I was just like, yes, one of the many.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, mate, you guys have almost been fortunate so far that this is the first disease you've contracted. So, Aurora is going to be busy burying the bodies, at least for a while. Who is going to try to treat disease?
I think that is mostly me.
Okay. So, if you want to dedicate yourself to 8 hours, and it is only, let's see. It's the afternoon. So you guys you could treat disease and you could still get a full night's rest. You would just be setting out in like maybe late morning tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Harry's fine with that.
Aurora's fine with that too, because she'll need rest and recovery.
Yeah, because you guys have
Yeah.
another fight before this. As a reminder, Aurora, as you step outside with the body of the Stines, the front yard is littered with zombies that you and your friends slain only a few hours ago, maybe even shorter than that.
Yes.
Will they get burials too?
Hmm. Am I able to roll to get more information on the benefits and costs?
There's nothing mechanical that you know of. It is mainly I want to see what Aurora's where her head's at.
Well, Aurora has some concerns about zombies because she's been attacked by one too many the past few days.
Yeah.
I think what's presently on her mind is, are zombies dead when they're killed? Like, that's
I mean, these ones seem pretty disassembled.
Okay.
And it might not even be that they're dead. I mean, maybe whatever force is driving them still lingers inside their heads, but their bodies are too broken to act on it.
Do we need to do like the Twilight treatment where we have to burn them as well?
I was going to say, I have no idea what the Twilight treatment is. I assumed it was sparkling.
Yes. Break up the sparklies. You have to light them on fire for permanent death.
Well,
I'm imagining like 4th of July sparklers.
You can try, but they have been left out in the rain for at least an hour, and who knows how long before that. So burning might be a little difficult.
Oh, yes, because wet.
Yep.
And I am not like a fire goddess like I thought I was going to be. Okay, part of me wants to bury them because I want them to struggle if they're going to try to. I want the pieces to struggle if they're going to try to come back together.
Sure.
But I'm also afraid of touching zombies and it causes an issue.
So yeah, you just let me know what you want to do. And while you're thinking of that, and you know what, you can take some time. I can go to the other players.
Yes.
I also want to know: are you dumping all these bodies in a single mass grave, or are you taking the time to dig an individual grave for each of them? And like
Individual.
I said, you're going individual. Okay, so this will take you a while then.
Yes.
So while all that is happening, Silas, where are you at? Are you helping dig? Are you just hanging out inside here? What's your plan?
I think Silas is mostly roaming the house and then peers out through the window, just kind of on a paranoid watch. He does keep an especially close eye on Aurora, and once he sees that she's kind of in that headspace of where he's catching her eyes on the zombies, I think he does go out to assist.
Mm-hmm.
However, his version of assistance isn't digging graves.
Yeah.
His idea is, you've seen him do this once, and he does it once again on just one exampled body. He uses his focus spell for crushing ground to literally rip open the ground and then slam it over one of the bodies as it falls into like the concave.
I am
Awesome.
grateful for
Awesome.
That is both terrifying and dope.
Very cool.
And he just kind of looks at Aurora and is like, you can handle the family and give me 40 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe an hour, and I can handle these.
That sounds like the best plan. I couldn't think of a way to bury the zombies without it being a thing.
Okay. So you two do that. In the meantime, Oliver, you have settled in to treat this older rabbit man's disease.
All right.
And Gentry is probably not too far off, offering what aid he can, bringing you goods and stuff,
Yeah.
warm water, compresses, anything he has to offer.
Yeah. Basically, just an extra pair of hands whenever I might need them.
Yeah, he's not really good enough to be aiding you in the medicine check, but it's more like sort of almost moral support.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll go ahead and I'll do my medicine check.
Let's see it.
Still pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay. Yeah. So Zach, keep in mind, and I'll write this down in my notes. On your next save against this disease, you have a +2 circumstance bonus.
All right.
Yeah. I can't get rid of it, even on a crit success per se. But he probably tells you this, like, I can't get rid of it, but I can help you fight it.
And you said that's a circumstance bonus, correct?
Yes.
Is it different types of bonuses that can stack?
Yep, different types of bonuses
Yes.
can stack.
Okay. Well, while he is doing his treatment of me, since he informed me that I am sick, I'll dig into my backpack and take some medicine that we got from, I can't remember the alchemist's name, but we got from his house.
Now, I do want to mention, it is going to be like a day before you have to make a save.
Oh, does it not last that long?
A sanguinogen,
It lasts a long time.
I think lasts a minute.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yes, Yep, the duration is 1 minute for lesser.
Alright.
You would want a anti-plague.
Alrighty.
But,
Well, then I will.
yes?
You know what, since Oliver
I'm
is
gonna
being.
put you in the bed. You're getting your bed rest.
Okay.
As Oliver treats your...
Yes. I was gonna say I'm probably over there
Disease.
myself then.
Yep.
Well, since he is treating me and being sort of like the physician, I'll just hand over my medicines to him,
Ah, okay.
just in case. So I hand you 2 potions.
Oh, okay. 2 minor healing potions.
The sanguine and the healing.
Oh, okay.
All
All right.
right.
I'll just increase that one by 1, at least for the time being.
And just make sure you take those off of your own sheet then, Zach.
Yes.
All right. During this time, Gentry is also making dinner. And he might pop out to help bury some of the bodies, at least after his family is buried. And he certainly comes out once they're buried to sort of pay his respects, standing in the rain. But he gives you guys some porridge. It isn't appetizing. It isn't entirely appetizing. It's food. It's good. It's nice. It's warm. Which might be better than you guys have had like recently. And he does share like a sort of small smile with Harry. Ain't much, but it's better than what we got in the army.
This is the best thing we've had all week.
I am dreadfully sorry to hear that.
Things could be worse.
So he's still gonna go moving around and stuff. As Silas and Aurora comes back in, he catches you guys. He's like, "Oh, they got Harry up in the bed in the large room. I do have some extra beds here. Follow me." He steps to the door and pushes it open. And if you guys follow him, you see It is a room with 2 beds in it, one of them a little bit longer, but there are toys and stuff like that covering the floor. Me and Caleb share the room here. You two are welcome to it. I don't think I can sleep in there tonight.
Aurora,
Genshin,
again, another tear.
Gentry, where is it you're gonna stay?
I was gonna set up some pillows, maybe some comfort or something on the table. Sleep on that. Maybe the floor. I can do that. Wouldn't be the most uncomfortable place I slept. Huh, Harry?
Beats better more than the Rocky Pits, though.
That is for sure. Well, if y'all have no further questions, any comments, concerns, I think we can go ahead and turn the clock over to a new day.
And there's water. I was able to like wash the blood off before I got into bed.
Yeah, there's lots of water. It is still
Yay.
raining.
Yeah, no, there's no question. That was cleaned off before I started working on good old Harry.
Let me just work on you with my ghoul-infested finger.
Yeah, let me just get into your gut there. Let me just start wrapping up some of that with. I forgot to wipe off the blood. Oh well.
All
Just
right.
throw some mud in it. The ringworm will stitch you together.
I'll help you out.
So, the house is fairly well defended, and Gentry is willing to keep watch throughout the night if you guys feel like you need it. But I'll leave that up to you.
To keep watch?
Yeah,
Yes.
like I said, it's fairly well defended. He's got the doors barricaded, locked, secured.
It should be fine. I mean, if a zombie were to start breaking in, we would hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it comes up where Gentry does start helping, Oliver will offer to assist as well, but otherwise we can leave it as is, yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, your night passes uneventfully. A new day dawns. And with Oliver having to treat Harry a little bit late into the night, it is probably about 10 that you guys are up and ready to go.
Is the save I have to make at the start of a new day, or like equivalent to when I got infected?
Should be around the equivalent of when you got infected. If you would like,
Alright.
though, we could get it out of the way now.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
we don't forget.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a fortitude
Yeah.
save, and we will add a +2.
Beep boop.
Yep, +2 circumstance.
Woo!
Yes, so
All right. Do you want to spend a hero point?
Hero point.
Yeah, that's probably best.
question about diseases in general, BB.
Uh-huh.
That's better.
Can you get rid of them on your own accord? Can you fight back and they just go away, or do they just stick around at stage 1?
No, if he succeeded on his save, which means he reduces his stage by 1, which means he is no longer affected.
Okay, good.
But as you guys slowly begin to rouse, Harry, you're feeling maybe a little bit better. You're feeling at least as limber as you were the day before.
Yeah.
Nothing, no new aches and pains infecting you. You guys do hear movement from the kitchen. It sounds like Gentry is already awake.
Alright. Well, I will start. If I am up, I'll start moving around to see who.
Up.
Frickin' door. See who is up and doing what.
I like to imagine Harry might be one of the first ones awake, just because he is an old person.
The old person get up super early.
Yep. So, he's up and about. And you come in, and you see Gentry a little bit changed. You see him wearing the leathers, the armor that he wore when you guys both served. He's decked
Oh,
out in studded leather armor.
that's an old fit.
Yeah, it's a little loose. Had to adjust the buckle some, but I don't know. It's almost comfortable being back in it. You also see there is now a short sword strapped to his side. He has a quiver of arrows. Yeah, he's.
I lost my I lost my skin some time ago, but I still kept Old Faithful, and I shake my cane at him.
That's good to see. It served you well. I do remember that. Listen, I've been thinking. There ain't much for me here anymore. And y'all, forgive me for saying so. Seem like you could maybe use some help.
We wouldn't say no to it, but we are on our way back to town to see what's become of it, see if there's people who need help. And I know the townsfolk could definitely use your hand and your skills if they're still there.
Well, if y'all would have me, I'd be mighty happy to join you.
Aurora came out of her room already too, because her family's a farmer, so she's used to getting up early as well. And she heard a little bit of the conversation and was like, Gentry, you're coming with us? That's great. Was it Embry? When the other soldier's name?
Yep. Embry
Yeah.
is the guard captain of Weskerville.
Yes, Embry was with us when the zombies all attacked us, and before we were carried out, she was really, really hurt. I don't know what happened, but it would help to have you with us too, to figure out what's going on with the militia. Is everything okay? Because it was tough to see her taken out like that too.
Of course, I'd be glad to lend whatever aid I can. Now, I am more an archer than anything. I'm afraid I'm not much of a frontliner, but if that is what you wish me to do, I can manage. With that being said, I'm digging through some old stuff. In addition to finding my old duds, he sort of flicks some dust off the shoulder of his armor. I did come across a few things of value, and I'd like you to choose to see them used how you see fit. Firstly, I have these, and he pulls out 2 arrows, and they are shining ammunition.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, and he'll tell you about them, so we don't have to worry about like the description and everything. Or you guys having to roll to identify them. He'll tell you that they're not super impressive, but when shot, they shed bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light in the next 20, and for 10 minutes. And if it hits a target, it sticks, causing the target to shed light in the same radius.
That can be very useful.
That is very useful.
We used
A
them,
ranged light source.
used them in night missions back in the day. I also have this, and he pulls out a curious-looking arrow. That the head of which appears to be made of bone. And he tells you guys it is something known as an antler arrow. Helpful for pinning targets down. keeps them in place at least for a little bit.
This is great.
Now I only got one of those, but maybe they can be useful.
Especially maybe on the big one. We've come across some big players, big enemies, big people, big things. That threw us into
Big
carts.
problems.
Big problems.
I don't doubt it. Listen, y'all. Whenever y'all want me to use either of these, you let me know, and I'll bring them to bear, or I can hand them over to you if any of y'all think you're the better shot.
Oh, although I can do some ranged weapons because you taught me well. And then she like elbows him. We'll leave the expertise to you. Good sir.
Now, see, maybe my recollection is wrong, but I seem to recall, despite all my training, you not being able to hit the broadside of a bar in Aurora.
Oh,
Oh.
And you see, like, he starts to smile a little bit.
Aurora shrugs like, what can I say? Finesse is not my finesse.
All right.
I did have one question.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I asked this. I know that Gentry was dealing with his kiddos prior to all of this, and his grandkid. Did he get bitten?
No, well, they might have scratched me once or twice, but I don't have any bites. You're welcome to check.
Oh. I'm not checking. But just wanted to check in, if you will.
Now, I should be clear. Anything else, or we about ready to set out?
I think we're good to go. Are we packing any food?
I've brought what I can, but I'm afraid they might be serving as rations for myself.
That's valid. No other questions.
So, from a meta standpoint, part of this adventure is you guys will gain companions. And so, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a companions folder that Gentry is in. And so he is one of your allies. He is an NPC that I will control, unless you guys want to. But companions will level slowly along with you guys. And you'll find new ones as you complete various submissions or get to different areas and stuff like that. But only one companion will travel with you at a time, purely for balance purposes.
shocker.
Makes sense. 10 companions.
Walking around. Yeah, I was going to say, we're walking around just a small army.
OP.
Suddenly, everything you fight is a troop.
It would help.
No,
Take
your
forever.
companions, as you gather companions, the ones that aren't traveling with you, you can still have them doing stuff. But we will get into that more as you gather more companions and the like. So, alright.
Alright.
You set out. The now 5 of you. Oh, and I guess mechanically, like I said, I will run them, but if you guys want to issue orders to them, it's a free action. You don't have to, like, command an animal or anything. And I will have the character behave to the best of their ability, as long as it isn't like, kill yourself so we can survive.
Sacrifice yourself.
Quick, jump at that monster's maw so it can't swallow any more creatures. Yeah, they will not do that.
That's valid.
But Gentry sets out with you guys. You move up his driveway, back to the road that you came in on.
Alrighty.
As you set out, the rain has lessened slightly, which I will represent by lowering the volume. Though it remains overcast and dreary, the sky reflecting the mood upon the ground. But you're making decent time. Gentry's keeping up with you, and unless there's something else you guys would like him to do, he will be using the scout exploration activity.
I think that's a fair one.
That is a fair one.
Oh, hey, thank you for the raid from Supa Kimbap.
Hey!
We are playing a Pathfinder Second Edition original adventure path called the Turngrave Affair. So the party is setting out from the farmstead of Gentry Stine, making their way back to the town of Weskerville, which, as far as they're aware, has been lost to hordes of undead. As you're traveling, Gentry is scouting, falling into sort of his natural habits, but you can direct him to do something else if any of you wish. What are the rest of you doing? And I don't need like actual exploration activities, unless you have one specifically in mind. If you want to just give me a general description of how you're moving down this road, I can work with that.
I'll lead it off by saying that Oliver is probably doing as he, I think, has been doing, staying at the front. He's got that shield constantly at the ready because he knows he's nimble and he can probably be the first one to hopefully avoid a hit if something comes their way, as long as he can make himself the target. So
Okay.
he's probably leading the walk. Maybe not necessarily leading where they're going, as long as he knows where, but at least
Yeah.
up at the front of the group.
Very cool. All right, Aurora, are you up to anything?
Two things. One, all her other stuff is she's like her shield and her axe, but she does have her spear out. She's walking, but also looking at her spear. She's also, while walking with the group, just looking around out to see if anything, because I'm sure she's near-ish where her family is if we were at the Stine farm. So she's looking out to see if anything is a little different than she's used to seeing. And in her mind, seeing if there's any movement of her family that would pop up or any zombies that may have, steamed out from the town center out into the country to the farms. So
Sure.
just on the lookout to see if anything is
Okay.
different from what we're used
Yeah.
to seeing.
All right, Zach, is Harryman up to anything? Is there anything in particular he is doing as you guys are moving along? Zach? Hello? Did we lose him?
Sorry. Mic was off.
He's dead.
Probably just making talk with Gentry, like sharing stories and jokes and stuff.
Okay, sort of trying to lighten his mood a little bit.
Catching up from old times.
And then Decaf. What is Silas doing?
Yeah, Silas, I think, is constantly staying in the rear of the group. Again, continuously, you can hear him like swiping his tail across the ground as we walk, attempting to cover up their tracks as they move.
Okay.
Otherwise, keeping kind of to himself as he's keeping his eyes on the ground to watch where everyone's moving.
For sure. All right. So with that, Aurora, you occasionally think you see glimpses of distant humanoids, but their appearance is strange, very ragged, and their movements are stranger, stiff, and almost as though they're struggling to do so. but you see them working the fields in the distance. Is there anything you'd like to do
I
with that
definitely,
information?
I definitely shared that with uh, Gentry. How is Gentry or Gentry? I was I was like I get so nervous. I shared
Gentry.
that with hard G, soft G.
Let's see, Gentry. That's more of a hard G,
Gentry.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Gentry. Share with Gentry, my longtime family friend, whose name I truly know. And Oliver, who's at the front. I mean, I share with everybody, but I make sure I like get their eye contact. Be like, oh, the people in the field, that doesn't look right, but they are working, and I try to keep it not too loud so we're not alerting them we're on the road.
Didn't we see this before? And we figured out that there's actually zombies working fields?
Yeah. Yeah, you saw
Yeah.
that happening on the walk to the Stine farmstead.
All right, so I will share again. There are the zombies.
There's more of
them.
Indeed.
They're hard at work, those zombies.
Yeah, for whatever reason, you see them gathering wheat or grain, vegetables. It's almost like harvest season has started. But as
Or
you
the-
guys continue moving, it grows into the later half of the day. It is late afternoon, edging towards evening, as you hear the great sound of rushing water. Gentry nods his head towards the source of the sound. That'll be the Cormier River up ahead. Gonna be across that bridge. From there should be about a day and a half to Weskerville.
We're almost back.
Ain't too much far now. As he talks, you guys continue, I assume, pushing forward. And you come up on this hill, and the hill slopes down a bit to the muddy bank of a river that has risen much higher than it should be. The water is dark. It is almost opaque and a muddy brown, rushing rapidly southwards. The river itself stretches about 100 feet from bank to bank. And almost submerged in it, reaching the bottom, is a stone bridge that juts about 30 feet out from the bank, from its landing, only to end in a shattered ledge. A 40-foot gap extends between it and the other part of this bridge, the stones of which you can see poking out from the water rushing beneath it.
I know it's been raining quite a bit, but that's pretty severe.
Gentry steps up. I don't think this was rain that did this.
I'm with
I know
you.
where I'm at.
Black water, that's not a good sign.
The river
Do we know-
rushes before all of you. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Do we know if there's another bridge along the same river?
If anybody has Airmore lore for the region, they can feel free to give me a check of that sort. I will also accept society checks, so those will be at a higher DC.
I'll try at least the society.
I've got Airmore lore, actually. I'll give it a shot.
And I could do society check if need be as well.
All right. Anybody else rolling on it?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would do better.
Oliver, you know that there are other bridges across this river, that cross the Cromere River. However, they are at least a day's travel in either direction. You know that this is sort of like the main road, or at least one of the main roads leading from Weskerville.
Probably just from his map making and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, so there are others, but this is definitely the only one that's nearby. Go with that.
Realistically, Harry would suggest that we add a day to the journey to, take the safer possibility of a not broken bridge. But he understands he's with a bunch of more younger and, fit people. If they wanted to be the adventurous type.
Let's
Keep in
see.
mind,
We
some
do.
Some of you have people in Weskerville.
Yeah.
Can you
I'm gonna
take
say.
that extra day?
I know I have. I really would like to see my twin brother. I'm really curious to know, for this bridge, could anything potentially be crafted? Items that we could do together to be able to make sure everyone could cross. And I guess what I'm hearing is it might be a 40-foot jump.
It is a 40-foot gap between so it is a stone bridge that sort of arches over the river, and the middle of it has shattered and seemingly collapsed into the water.
Mm-hmm.
The gap
in
in between the two remaining pieces of bridge that still stands is 40 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is the
lot.
distance from shore to shore?
100.
Shore to shore is 100. Yep.
Harry has an idea, an old, what do you call it, sieging trick, where you make he brings up the idea of a very simple, almost like a ladder. And if we could find enough resources to make a 40-foot ladder, we could use it as a very haphazard bridge to finish, to get to get across the hole.
Well, as a start, I do have some rope and, classic adventurer's kit item, Oliver will pull out 50 feet of rope.
I also have.
We all luckily found rope in that the pile of belongings those bandits had.
Yes.
A magic extending ladder. Would you look at that?
Yeah, that
Could you
fell
imagine?
within my 10 gold pieces budget. That's all I got.
I
So,
did
yeah.
used to, it sucks. I used to be the person that would constantly buy, like,
A 10
an
foot
extendable
ladder.
feather token ladder. Yeah, I constantly would have one of those.
Oh.
The one time you forgot.
Well, I've been doing it less and less over time, but this is one of those. I'm like, wonder if that would have been useful.
Not to pick on the shorty, but Harriman will bring up, if we can find enough resources, even if we have to go out in the woods a little bit to find more wood and twine. If we can form the basest ladder, we could send Oliver across, since he should be the lightest. And then you can hopefully find a place to tie off the rope, so that we can use that as a more secure way to get across.
I also have an axe for the trees.
How dangerous would the water be to tread, do we think?
Very dangerous.
Looking at the water, and you know what? You are a wetlander lizard folk. You know water.
That's why I bring it up.
Yeah. You think it would be a DC 15 swim check.
Mhm.
And even for you who has a swim speed, you would have to make that check, and you would get to move at your full swim speed. But part of it is fighting against the current.
Okay.
Harry can tell you right now, he's not strong enough to swim in a current of any kind.
Aurora is built or tough like a rock. So that's
She's
a
an
no.
off-road vehicle.
I think also I'm concerned that touching any of that, my guess, necromantic water is my guess. I don't think that
Are
would be
we-
good.
Is
Are we
it
thinking
is it
it's
like
earth water or just poop water?
I was gonna say,
it
are we
is-
thinking it's like
It is more like muddy hued. It's not like black like tar.
Okay.
so just
Oh.
a lot of mud, a lot of due to the
Silt
downpour,
and
just
sand. Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Not like, oh, someone turned the river black and we're not used to that. Normally
No.
it's green.
Fucking
No.
river Styx over here.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it does not seem to be, at least at first glance. I mean, it does sound like a
Without-
fun idea. Maybe I'll toss that in there.
Giving the
A river
GM idea.
But no, it looks like it is just. It looks natural.
Um,
The broken bridge, maybe not so much. That seems weird, but the
yeah.
river itself, and it's the mud filling it, seems to be normal.
Well, it has been raining pretty hard for like over a week. So.
Okay.
All right, you guys tell me what you want to do, and we'll figure out if rolls need to be made, what rolls need to be made, all that sort of stuff.
Well, Harry was just throwing that idea out there. Does anyone else have any other ideas besides just swimming?
Do I have a jump speed?
Mhm. Well, yeah,
you
we
can-
can jump, but it's not
Yes.
fun.
Yeah, you can jump up to a maximum of your speed. And the DC, so when you jump, the DC is equal to your how far you want to jump. So if you get a 25, you can jump 25 feet. If you get a 15, you only jump 15 feet.
Yeah. None of that is saying 40 though, so
Nope.
noted.
Nope.
All right, are you all searching for what is it? Some sticks, some saplings and stuff like that to start chopping down?
Yeah.
Are there like whole trees?
Maybe. Let me
What?
give me a D20 roll.
Flat D20?
Yeah.
Of course.
Not very large ones. These a lot of them tend to be a little bit thinner here.
Dang it.
Thinner is better. That's less we have to chop, and
My
less we have to
my
carve.
thought process was hopefully to just create a
a
whole
new
tree
bridge.
as the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Because
would-
that
would
would
be
be
easier.
considered sturdy.
Yeah.
Also, how long is building the bridge going to take longer than sidestepping a day?
Well, you
that
got to think it's going to take us a
Should.
day to go. Go ahead.
It
Sorry.
would also. It might depend on our craft checks.
It will probably depend at least a little bit on the craft checks. And I think what Shai was about to
What's the
say,
plan?
it's a day north or south, whichever way you go, and then another day to get back on track.
Yep.
So that's 2 days.
2 days. Okay, sounds good.
All
And
right.
that's just to get to the other side of where we are now.
Yeah.
To get a whopping 100 feet farther forward if we do that method, technically.
Yep.
You could technically shorten that a bit, but you get the point.
All right. So if you guys are going to try making a bridge. Go ahead and give me a crafting check.
Someone else want to do that?
Yeah, somebody can be lead,
I'll
and then
try.
people can aid if they would like.
I'll
18.
lead.
Okay. Is anybody
I
aiding that?
will not, because I'd have to get a nat 20 to help you, and I don't think you want that.
Can I do a strength check to like wrangle any of the trees?
Ooh. I'll allow that. Yeah. I'll give me an athletics check to sort of help like moving the big stuff around.
Right. Oh.
Could I
Ooh.
hero point?
That is technically a critical failure. If you would like to spend a
Okay.
hero point on it.
Oh yes, I would actually.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh no, I did not mean to add points. Ah, okay, that's not how.
Right click on the roll itself
Okay, right clicking on the roll itself.
and re-roll using a hero point.
Yes, and then if you want to, oh, that's.
Oh, that's better.
Because of the simplicity of this task, I was actually going to lower the DC. So that is a success. So Harry gets a night. Nope. Go ahead.
So this is just to aid Harry. Okay, cool. Then
Yes.
I don't think I have any reason to try and assist. So I will let it stay from there.
Okay.
I could help, but I don't want to.
Well, I don't think I'd be helpful. I think I would more hinder.
So Harry gets a total of 19. So this takes him much of the night, and it is dark by the time he finishes this ladder. And it's a little rickety. It makes you guys maybe a little uneasy. But
I remember.
but it, he picks it up. He maybe gives it a little shake, and it creaks and wobbles, but it holds.
And then
All right,
Oliver
Oliver's going to. Yeah, I'll use my
I
rope
won't
to try and
force you
help
to go-
fasten it.
I won't force you to go across, but I am asking since you are lighter.
So you guys,
I think Oliver would be willing.
You guys set it across the gap. And Oliver, you wanna lead the way?
It's either me or Aurora. It's either me because I'm light and can balance, or Aurora because if it breaks, she can swim.
Okay.
Probably should go last, right?
Maybe. So
And
think I
Oliver,
Oliver,
you do have.
so you guys are tying maybe a rope to Oliver, and then you're holding the other end on your side.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Oliver. As you start moving across, it bows slightly, but does hold. I need you to give me a balance check.
The good thing I am good at. Okay. Well, when I go to swim, I'm screwed.
Okay. Yep. You are able to move up to your speed, treating it as difficult terrain. So you get 15 feet across.
My
'cause
movement
you're
speed,
still-
I always lose it.
I think your movement speed's 30 feet.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, it's 30 feet. I was trying to find it.
Yep.
Keep thinking it's on like that left panel of the character sheet, and it's not.
A mere foot beneath you, you can see the water surging. You can see it smashing against the broken remnants of the bridge. Some of the spray leaps up, hitting you. Give me another acrobatics check.
All right.
Okay. Another 15 feet. You are 10 feet away from the other side of the bridge. The makeshift bridge still sways slightly beneath you. I need one more check.
All righty. Do I like that? I don't know if I do. Hold on. One second.
It is up to you.
If I can, I will hope that I can just remain stationary. How's that? I'll keep the roll.
All right, Oliver steps forward, and maybe as he does so, there is a wind gust that sweeps along the river and nearly shoves him off. He manages to kick a foot out, catching himself on this ladder, steadying his gait. And all of you hold your breath. Maybe Oliver himself does as well, before he looks back to you. 30 feet away, gives a little nod. All right, one more check.
Oh yeah.
Hastened by that almost fall, Oliver quickly leaps to the other side of the bridge and stands once more upon solid ground. So now what are you trying to like maybe lash the rope to something? Is that your plan?
I was going to say if it was possible, but you know, if I was tied to it, that probably wouldn't have been doable. I would have hoped to have like looped it with the ladder in some way, but I guess that's not really.
There might have been other checks involved if that was what you wanted to do. I'm
thinking probably wouldn't have been doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, my idea was to have someone go across and then secure it to a railing if there is one.
Yeah, and essentially turn it into a almost guide rail for your bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I can do that.
All right, if that is the case, it is going to be acrobatics checks to get across. But because you guys have the guide rail, it will only be one for each of you, instead of the 3 that Oliver had to make.
I guess Harriman will try next.
Do we have any more rope, just in case?
Yeah.
Rope?
Well, actually, you know what? A lot of rope probably went to making the ladder in the first place. So
okay.
I'm just going to rule no.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, Harriman, give me that check.
One moment as I find the skills page.
Yep. It is your proficiencies page. Okay.
Boop.
Moving slowly and aided by the rope, Harriman crosses, joining the rabbit on the other side. I can only assume as he does, they both shriek out, "Rabbits forever!" and kick the bridge into the river.
Rabbits rule!
Somehow that doesn't seem fitting for Harriman. I'm just putting that out there.
All right. Gentry will offer to go next, if you guys would like him to.
Either that or Silas. I just know I'm last.
I figured I should go now or last myself, whichever y'all prefer.
Either way, might as well just get it over with.
Yeah, feel free.
Okay. He waits for Silas to make a move, and then he steps in front of him. Ooh, all right. He steps out, and he psychs himself out. That jumping in front of Silas threw him off. He has to stay stationary. Maybe you should go first. I need a moment. He steps aside, letting Silas go through.
Silas weeps internally because he is not a physical kid.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because he's secretly a thassalophobic.
Oh no, he's just not an athletic or acrobatic sort of lizard.
But
A basilisk lizard, he is not.
but lighter than Aurora, he is.
Yeah, if you want to argue for another skill, you can try to. But baseline is going to be acrobatics.
I don't really see any of these working for this, so I
Yep.
will just stick with acrobatics and flat just try and go with it.
Okay.
What about our not to dictate you, but what about our since you're magic, what about Arcana? Since you're like nature focused, maybe you could try to like slow the river around you a little bit as you cross.
That might help for when
Or
he's
that-
in the water. But right now he's on the bridge.
Guide the water flow to help me swim forward. Yeah. Yeah. The best thing I've got at this point is the potential of being on anything that is made of earth or rock that is considered uneven ground.
So when you fall, aim for the sharp, broken pieces of the stone bridge poking out of the water.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me that acrobatics check. Silas, despite his misgivings, acquits himself quite capably across the bridge.
And you have a bigger modifier than I do, by the way.
That +2, but it's untrained.
I have +1 untrained, so we're about to see.
Oh man.
As you make your way across, Gentry is over there sort of, doing some breathing exercises. All right, we got this. He slaps Aurora on the shoulder. We got this, and he's gonna make his
Livestrong.
move. I got this, and he makes it safely across.
And a +6. All right. Well,
I
Now,
would ask Aurora. Before you cross, maybe tie the rope to yourself. So if you fall or snap the bridge, we can try to pull you in.
yes. Now, would that issue mean I would also? How can I wrap the rope around me?
You would be giving up the guideline.
Yeah, that's.
yep.
She's like, see.
But it's an
To
idea.
roll once, not thrice. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You got this.
She does like on the guide, like somewhat wrap her arm,
Mhm.
or hook it through her gauntlet. Could she do that?
Yeah, I mean, you're like tying it like around your waist or like around, like lacing it your arm or something.
Yeah, through my arm, since I can't. I don't want to untie the rope. I don't want to give up the guide, but I want to do something where I'm using the guide and it is attached to me
Now-
in some way.
It is worth noting, if you do not untie the rope, you guys don't have a way of reclaiming this rope because it'll be on the other side.
Oh.
Which I mean, we can make rope, we can buy rope.
Could we?
We buy rope.
Oliver is willing. If we want, we can send him back over. Let Aurora go across with one check.
Are we doing the whole riddle with the fox, the chicken, and the?
You know what's
Yeah.
funny?
Yeah.
That it's not that riddle. There's a different one that was in my head though. And it's like get everyone across the bridge in a set amount of time, but they all move at different speeds, and you have to move two across at a time.
All right, so-
or else the bridge breaks. So yeah, my brain was thinking of that.
So if Oliver is going back over, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Oliver first, because I assume he's going to cross over.
Yeah.
You can't cross over after.
Okay, Oliver,
I can.
you're on the other side. Now, Aurora, let's go ahead and get your acrobatics check to make it to the side where everybody else is.
Still
The
have
rope is
one
still
hero.
there, so it is only one.
I also still have one hero point, which might be the real.
Yeah. Got this.
All
Is that
right,
enough?
Aurora makes it across safely.
Yeah.
+1 untrained. Ooh, ooh.
Okay. Now, Oliver,
I think that
you're
was
untying.
just enough.
You're untying the rope and lashing it to yourself.
Yeah, we're just doing a repeat of the same thing as last time, but
All right,
now the other way
let me-
around.
Let me check something. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is this when the Sahagwin show up?
Oliver gets nabbed.
As
Aurora.
Aurora, as her foot leaves behind the bridge, she pushes off maybe a little bit too hard. And you
'Cause she's
hear
tough.
the snap of wood. And the bridge, the wooden bridge collapses into the water.
No. No!
There
Oh,
is
Rizzle.
still the rope stretching between the 2 points. Oliver, what do you want to do?
Can we lasso Oliver and then?
I was going to say,
Why?
I already have the rope. So Oliver's just going to start with, okay, we're just going to grab that and make sure that doesn't disappear. Tie that around myself right about now,
Okay,
just in case.
give me a rope lord check.
It's okay. It's okay, Oliver. The rope's not that important.
Well, me getting across might be slightly easier with the rope than nothing.
Harriman's just like, all right, Oliver, we'll see you later.
Like, I mean, I know I'm fast, but it's still going to be a minute. I can't
Well,
make it
I mean,
that
you could-
fast.
So you tie the rope around yourself. Gentry might be like, we might be want to get ready to pull him in or something.
Yes.
Let's. Oh, no, but the bridge is the best bet. Because then it's only 40 and not like 100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You tell me what you want to do.
We're ready to pull. I'm definitely ready to pull.
Water rushes beneath your feet. On the other side of the bridge, Gentry stands, his feet braced, as he and at least Aurora grasp the other end of the rope.
I'll grab it too.
Quick question.
Okay.
The water that's rushing down below us,
Yes.
it's filled with like the broken pieces of the bridge, right?
Yes.
So if I were to fall right here, it'd be way worse than if I were to just fall in the water.
Correct.
Cool, just checking.
Additionally,
Secondly,
there might be a thing. There might be some mechanics worked in here, where if you fail, maybe critically fail a swim check, say, the river pushes you and bashes you against these rocks.
Mm.
Possibly, maybe.
yeah, I kind of figured.
Potentially.
Secondary question then.
Mm-hmm.
Are these jetting up above the water enough to try and stand on in any way?
It would be a very difficult check, but somebody as nimble and light on their feet as you, I'd say it's a shot that you could make.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's not impossible.
I'm down for a hopping pool. Like you hop, hit the rocks, we pull really strong, you fly into the air, and we catch you.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that's gonna work for me. I'm gonna hit the rocks. It's gonna hurt.
Oh, no. Oh no.
I'm not gonna hit the rocks and land. I'm gonna hit the rocks and hit my head. There's a difference.
I was hoping it's like you could hit with your feet,
What?
not your.
You guys are. It is dark at this point. What are you doing? Let me know.
Oliver has a thought.
Okay.
It's a long river distance, but if I were to jump diagonally off the bridge,
Mhm.
that still puts me a decent bit forward, as well as them for pulling on the rope, and I'm away from the stone.
Yeah.
All I am then personally relying on from there is for you guys to pull me in, and I'm holding my breath and attempting to assist with athletics.
All right. Yeah. So here's what we'll do. If that is what we want to do, and I like that idea, I think we should go ahead and enact it. We're gonna go into initiative order.
All right.
And so you guys can kind of arrange yourselves how you like. Wow.
I don't think any of us are ready for this. We're all like,
Well, fortunately, this is a go on your command.
yeah.
So, Oliver, you want to try jumping.
I imagine I would be quote unquote last in initiative, as everyone gets a brace on the rope who's going to be involved.
Well, so the way it'll work is once you guys are ready, people on their turn can spend 3 actions to pull on the rope and make an athletics check. And I have a DC in mind, and how far they pull you is based on the result of their check.
Okay.
So, whether you want to jump to get a little bit of a head start, or you want them to just start pulling you off the edge, that is your choice.
I'm going to jump first, because then
Okay.
I have control about not hitting the rocks.
So, Oliver is going to start. Alright, Oliver, go ahead.
All right.
That check to jump.
Let's say long jump. I want to check the failure results.
And you don't have a quick jump, do you?
I do not, so I'd be getting a running start.
Yep. So, but it will take 2 actions.
That's fine. Oh, I didn't search. I'm dumb. Hang on.
So, long jump.
That feeling when you search long jump without Pathfinder 2e in it and end up on the Wikipedia page.
So, a success, you increase the horizontal distance you leap to the desired distance. A failure is that you
Okay, the
leap
check.
normally.
Just leap. Okay.
And a critical failure is you leap normally but then
Oh.
fall and land prone.
All right, long jump it is then.
Okay. Let me know how
I'll
far
just-
are you trying to jump?
As far as I can.
Okay.
Is that an option?
I do think you kind of have to set a DC because we have to know
I'll
what the
go for
critical
the
failure-
default of 15.
15. Okay. All right.
Think.
Go ahead
Yeah,
and give
because
me.
15 would make it slightly longer than a leap of 10. So yeah, we'll go for 15.
All right. Sounds good.
All
Give
right.
it. Send it.
Here goes nothing.
Oliver leaps,
I was so close.
but falls just short,
Yeah.
splashing 10
All right, so I
feet
got 10
into the
feet.
water. You have 1 action remaining. If you would like, you can start swimming.
I can give it a shot. I need to try and stay above water.
Yes. Yeah,
Wait,
and actually,
does
you know
it
what?
take an action to hold your breath?
It does not. I am actually going to require at least 1 swimming action to at least keep yourself from being slammed into the rocks.
Even though I jumped like diagonally out away from them?
Well, you might end up closer depending on what you roll. So maybe you avoid it for this round. Maybe you get hit. Maybe you hit them next round. We'll see. Depends a little bit on your roll here. All right.
I'm not a fan of that.
Okay.
But I don't really have a choice because that +2 is not pleasant. So
All right. So you fight against the current, but you can feel yourself slowly being pushed southerly, and you can see the rocks looming closer. Silas, you're on the rope, presumably, unless you want it not to be.
I
you're-
don't have any strength to provide to this, so
Okay.
I will let this be anyone and everyone else.
Is there anything you would like to try to do?
My only thought would have been if I had the forethought on it, I would have actually prepped a different spell, but that's out of my ballpark now, so
Okay.
I don't think I have anything now.
Harry.
Harry wants to help, but I'm not very strong. I don't think I can actually help pull him in. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Disney princess powers and call up a creature. Well, I'm going to sing and call for an animal to come help Oliver swim. Just summon an
Okay.
animal. And
What
it'll
are
be
so level
my
-1 animal?
My only real choice for it to be helpful is the common Euryptid. So I summon a giant crustacean to help them swim.
Oh, these things are killers.
Yeah, no, I specifically remember one getting a lovely.
Yeah, no, these things. All right, as you begin swimming, beside you, you see one of the deadliest sea creatures known to rabbit kind emerge, surface, menace in its eyes, murder.
Well,
filling its... no,
if
all
this
right,
is the way I was meant to die, I guess that's it.
all right, so you know what? I'll give you this. It can try to aid him, so it can make an
Okay.
athletics check to do so.
Alrighty. I don't know if they can do that now or not.
Nope. That'll be when it's his turn. Gentry is going to try to pull on the rope and reel the rabbit in. And he fails. He's just like that current. It is too hard for him to pull you through. Aurora.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Okay.
You want to start just pulling the rope?
Yep, athletics check.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You got a second hero point, don't you?
0 points. I
Yep.
have.
Go ahead and right click and re-roll using a hero point. All right.
Oh, I
is
love
better.
that for me.
That is another failure. Oliver,
Mm.
you are 30 feet away from the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of shit creek right now.
Yep. You
All
wanna
right.
Start swimming?
Well, I'll try and stay afloat, I guess. Shit.
All right. Zach, give me a d20 roll with a +4 bonus.
20 plus 4. Oop. The bug is not helpful.
It does not aid, but that is not a critical failure for this DC. All right, Oliver, give me a swim check.
I see. Today is the day Oliver dies.
Oliver, do you have any hero points remaining?
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to spend it quite yet.
You tell me now. I mean, choose
I'll spend it
swiftly.
after I die.
No.
No? Okay. You slam against the rocks on that critical failure, taking, fortunately, only 1 point of bludgeoning damage. But I guess Silas is dealing. Sorry.
It throws a rock at him.
Swim, you fool! All right, 2 actions remain. Would you like to continue? Would you like to try to swim again?
Does that take... It doesn't have the attack trait or anything like that, right?
Nope.
I'll do it again.
All right, it is a failure, but not a critical failure. You try to push off from the rock, and you get maybe a distance, but you aren't moving across the river. One more check.
Yikes. All right.
All right,
Damn.
and again, not a critical failure, but a failure. Silas is just sort of waiting, maybe trying to see if there's anything he can do to help. Harry, you are maintaining your spell. You're Euryptid. Is there anything else you'd
Yes.
want to do with your remaining 2 actions?
I guess I will continue to command the giant shrimp thing to keep trying to help him swim, and I will then use my last action to try to help pull him in on the rope.
Okay, I will let you aid somebody to do so, but you don't have the actions to actually pull the rope.
All right, I will attempt an aid then.
Okay. Do you want to aid Gentry or Aurora?
I guess Gentry.
Okay. As his turn begins.
Oof.
Oh boy. You end up getting in the way of his pool.
I shove him in the water.
So he's going to take a -1 because of that critical failure. And he fortunately does not critically fail, but he does not succeed. Aurora. Oliver's no closer than he was 6 seconds ago.
All right. Do I? And to be clear, we only get one check,
One
not
pool.
3.
Yep.
All right. Okay, much better.
Okay. Aurora plants her feet, and with a surge of might, drags Oliver 10 feet closer. Oliver, it is only 20 feet. You're halfway there. It is your turn.
Well, it's definitely better than what it was a moment ago, so...
All right, Zach, give me the Euriptid's aid. So 1d20 plus 4.
Swim, fishy, swim. Damn
No. Oliver, these things aren't made for aiding. They're made for murder.
Shut your way, bro. What is these low rolls all of a sudden? The
You
world
used
all our
has
20s.
decided I died to a river.
You are once more battered against the rocks and stones, taking
Oh god.
2 points of bludgeoning. I'm slowly ramping up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow death.
I'm gathering steam. All right,
Ay,
another
ay,
Ay,
swim
ay.
check. You're still 20 feet away.
Woo.
Oh, I'm re-rolling that. No, fuck
Okay.
it. I'm starting to get
Point.
annoyed.
That's so messed up.
Wow! Wow!
4 points of bludgeoning.
That is something.
I have to roll a fucking 4 and I won't critically fail. Are you shitting me?
You had a 5% chance of rolling worse.
I mean, selected
did
one,
it.
with one token. I've been selected this whole time.
1 action remains.
Ooh.
Can you get at least 5 feet closer?
Bray, I'm gonna kill myself if I do it on my own accord. Shit.
Yeah.
Give me 1
I'm not
last-
moving.
Okay. Silas, Harry, you're maintaining. Do you want to try aiding again, or you're just gonna like, all right, get through on you, buddy.
My old band fingies just ain't cutting it, so I'm just gonna let them try to pull
All right, Gentry
and focus on.
goes for the pool. Oh boy.
Okay.
The trumpets.
Gentry slips, losing hold of the rope. He
This
will
is
have to
traumatic.
spend his action next round re-gripping it, and will not be able to help pull.
I'm gonna die in a
Aurora,
river.
Some Three Stooges shenanigans.
I am traumatized.
I'm gonna die in a
Also-
fucking river.
pool Aurora.
Also, we could have left the rope. I'm like, no.
Oh, we're gonna leave the rope, all right. Hey!
Natural
Yes,
20.
Oh, Jesus.
thank you.
Aurora, with an immense surge of strength, seeing Gentry falls, picks up the slack of his, wraps it around her fist, and just with a roar, rips the rope like she is dragging a fish out of the water on her line. Oliver, for a brief few seconds, you are airborne. Before you come
Oh, this is new.
and gripping desperately to the rope, where before you come crashing back down on the other side, all of you have crossed the bridge of the Cromere River, and that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Holy.
Thank you everybody who came out to check this or are watching this in the future. We should be back on a regular schedule here. This video will be up next Sunday. We have a session the Sunday after that. Come join us again. See what more exciting shit we can get up to aside from crossing a river. Have a good night. And stay safe.
Night.
You're still alive.
Night.
Oh, yeah, no.